Unit 3, Present Perfect and Past Simple. 3. Present Perfect and Past Simple. Present Perfect Simple and Past Simple. Present Perfect Simple and Continuous. A. Context listening. 1. You are going to hear two people called Mike and Lucy talking to each other. Before you listen, look at the picture. 1. How do Mike and Lucy know each other? 2. What is Lucy's problem?
Unit 3. Recording 5.
Can you hold the doors a minute, Mike? I've got a big bag here.
Hi, Lucy. Nice to see you. Up to the 4th floor?
Yes, please. Have you just finished work?
Actually, I finished at lunchtime today because they're replacing our computers. So I've been at the gym this afternoon.
Are you going out tonight?
No, I don't think so. Why? Are you inviting me somewhere?
Oh no, I've got lots of work to do. I've actually spent all day trying to write a history essay and I still haven't finished it. I have to hand it in tomorrow. I started it last week.
Well, sorry I can't help you with that. After you. I never enjoyed studying history at school and I wasn't very good at it either.
I don't need any help with the essay, but you can help me by not playing your saxophone.
What?
I'm sorry, I just can't stand it anymore. I've lived next door since June and you've played the saxophone every night for at least an hour.
But I thought you liked it. I've lived here for 2 years. Nobody's ever complained before, so I'm really surprised. This is the first time anyone has asked me not to play. Why haven't you told me this before?
I've tried lots of times, but I was afraid of sounding rude.
So, would you like me to play more quietly?
No, Mike. I don't want you to play at all. Tonight, and ideally never again.
I tell you what, I'll learn some new tunes. Why don't you suggest some?
Oh.
2. Listen and check if you are right. 3. Listen again and write Mike and Lucy's exact words. Stop the recording when you need to. 1. What does Mike say about finishing work? He says, I finished at lunchtime today. 2. What does he say about this afternoon? He says. 3. What does Lucy say about finishing her essay? She says. 4. When does she say she started it? She says. 5. What does Mike say about studying history? He says. 6. How long has Lucy lived next door? She says. 7. How long has Mike lived there? He says. 8. Why is Mike surprised? He says.
Unit 3. Recording 5.
Can you hold the doors a minute, Mike? I've got a big bag here.
Hi, Lucy. Nice to see you. Up to the 4th floor?
Yes, please. Have you just finished work?
Actually, I finished at lunchtime today because they're replacing our computers. So I've been at the gym this afternoon.
Are you going out tonight?
No, I don't think so. Why? Are you inviting me somewhere?
Oh no, I've got lots of work to do. I've actually spent all day trying to write a history essay and I still haven't finished it. I have to hand it in tomorrow. I started it last week.
Well, sorry I can't help you with that. After you. I never enjoyed studying history at school and I wasn't very good at it either.
I don't need any help with the essay, but you can help me by not playing your saxophone.
What?
I'm sorry, I just can't stand it anymore. I've lived next door since June and you've played the saxophone every night for at least an hour.
But I thought you liked it. I've lived here for 2 years. Nobody's ever complained before, so I'm really surprised. This is the first time anyone has asked me not to play. Why haven't you told me this before?
I've tried lots of times, but I was afraid of sounding rude.
So, would you like me to play more quietly?
No, Mike. I don't want you to play at all. Tonight, and ideally never again.
I tell you what, I'll learn some new tunes. Why don't you suggest some?
Oh.
4. Look at your answers to exercise 3 and answer these questions. 1. Look at answers 1, 4, and 5. What tense are they? 2. Look at answers 2, 3, 6, 7, and 8. What tense are they? 3. Which sentences are about a time period which continues up to the moment of speaking? 4. Which sentences are about a period of time which is finished? B. Grammar 1. Present perfect simple or past simple. Present perfect simple. Affirmative sentence. Has, have plus past participle. I've written it. Negative sentence. Has, have not plus past participle. She hasn't written it. Interrogative sentence. Has, have plus past participle. Have you written it? Some verbs are irregular. Break, broken. Go, gone. See web page Irregular Verbs. For past simple forms, see Unit 2, B1. We use the present perfect simple with since or for about a period of time which continues up to the present moment. I've lived there for 4 years means and I still live there. From 4 years to now. I moved there too. I live there. I've lived next door since June means and I still live next door now. We use the past simple with for about a period of time which is finished. I lived there for 4 years, but I don't live there now. I moved there and then moved out within 4 years, so I don't live there now. With questions asking how long have you lived here, means I know you still live here. Sometimes we can also use the present perfect continuous, see B2. With questions asking when did you move here, means the move is in the past. In the negative, for unfinished actions and events, often with still or yet. I still haven't sent the email. I haven't sent the email yet. Still and yet are always used with a negative in the present perfect. Still goes before the verb, yet goes after it. For completed actions and events in the past, often with a go. I sent the email half an hour ago. For events repeated over a period of time until the present, they may continue. You've played the saxophone every night. Means until now, and you will probably continue to play every night. For events repeated over a period of time in the past, they are now finished. You played the saxophone every night, means but you don't anymore. For events which happened in the past, at a time which is unknown and or irrelevant, I've started my essay, means we don't know when. I've lost my new camera, means it's not important when or where. We use the present perfect simple for events that happened in the recent past, often with just, Flight 206 has landed, means in the last few minutes. She's just gone to the cinema, means she's on her way or she's already there now. We use the past simple for events that happened at a particular time in the past. Flight 206 landed at 1 o'clock, or within a period of time in the past. She was at the cinema between midday and 2 o'clock, but she's not there now. When the time stated is not finished, I've spent this morning writing an essay. It's still morning. That means I've been writing this essay from 9 a.m. today until now. The builders have started working on the kitchen this week. It's still this week. When the time stated is finished, I spent this morning writing an essay, means it's now afternoon, so this morning is in the past. I wrote the essay from 9 a.m. until midday, and now it's 4 p.m. I started my essay last week. Last week is definitely in the past. I lost my new camera in London, means the place fixes it at a time in the past. When we talk about a period of time up to the present, I've been to Los Angeles but not to New York. In my life up to now, the team has won several matches and may win more. When we talk about past events which are not connected to the present, I went to Los Angeles but not to New York on a particular trip which is in the past. The Chinese invented printing. When we talk about how many times something has happened up to now, Alex has phoned Ella 3 times, and he might phone her again. When we talk about how many times something happened in the past, Alex phoned Ella 3 times yesterday. With adverbs like already, before, ever, and never, nobody's ever complained before. Until now. I've never tried Japanese food, but I might one day. She's already gone to the airport. I've met her before somewhere. Never, ever, and already go between the auxiliary and the main verb. Before goes after the verb. After a superlative, see Unit 7. It's the best cup of coffee I've had here. This is the most exciting place we've been to. 2. Present perfect simple or continuous. Present perfect continuous. Affirmative sentence. Has, have been plus verb plus ing. I've been working hard. Negative sentence. Has, have not been plus verb plus ing. She hasn't been working hard. Interrogative sentence. Has, have plus been plus verb plus ing. Have you been working hard? The present perfect and the present perfect continuous are both used to describe events or activities which started in the past and have continued up to the present, or activities which stopped recently. Some verbs can be used in either the present perfect simple or continuous with little difference in meaning. These are verbs which describe activities which normally happen over a period of time, e.g., live, study, wait, work. Martin has been living in Japan for 5 years. We use the present perfect continuous to talk about how long something has been happening. I've been driving since 5 o'clock this morning. The children have been playing happily all morning. We've been worrying about her all week. How long have you been watching TV? We use the present perfect simple to talk about how often or how many times something has happened. I've driven there several times before. The children have played 4 games of tennis this morning. I've worried about her every day since she set off. I've watched 3 programs. To focus on the activity or event itself, whether it is complete or not is unimportant. He's been reading that book since he got up, means we're interested in how he passed the time. I've been mending the car. That's why I'm dirty. To focus on the present result of an activity or event which is complete. I've read the newspapers. Means I've finished reading them. I've mended the car. Means I've finished so we can go out in it now. We never use the present tense to talk about how long we have been doing something. I've been learning the piano for a long time, not I'm learning the piano for a long time. He's been playing in a band for 2 years, not he's playing in a band for 2 years. State verbs are not usually used in the present perfect continuous. See Unit 1, B3. I've known her since she was 4 years old, not I've been knowing her. I've always hated cold weather, not I've always been hating cold weather. C. Grammar exercises. 1. Match the beginnings and endings of these sentences. 1. He's talked to her on the phone every night this week. 2. Fill in the gaps with the present perfect or past simple form of the verbs. Three. Choose the correct verb forms in these sentences by Cambridge First candidates. 1. I think that my friend Andrew has been working too hard recently and needs a rest. 2. I have been worked with children when I was at university. 3. How many times have you been eating Japanese food? 4. Since I left school in the summer, I have done a holiday job. 5. 2 years ago, have done a course in coaching basketball. 6. I am so happy to receive your invitation. I have been waiting for it for ages. 4. Fill in the gaps with suitable verbs in the present perfect or the past simple.
Hi from Richard in Spain. V been here in Spain for 2 weeks now and I'm having a great time. At the airport very lonely. But already, some friends and I'm staying with a very nice family. Me to the seaside last weekend and we, in the sea. Some Spanish but not to any language classes yet. They start next week. It's now midnight and I need to go to bed as a very busy day. Shopping this morning and football this afternoon. See you in a month.
5. Read this conversation between 2 people in a sports club. Choose the correct verb forms.
Excuse me. We've waited. We've been waiting to play tennis since 10.30. It must be our turn now.
I don't think so.
We've stood. We've been standing here patiently watching you, and it's time for you to stop. How long have you been playing?
Since about 9.30, we've been playing 2 matches so far this morning, and we haven't been finishing the 3rd yet. You'll have to wait or do something else.
But you've been playing for more than 2 hours, and it's our turn now.
I said you'll have to wait.
We're tired of waiting and we haven't got anything to do. We've been reading the magazines we brought with us.
Why don't you do something else? Have you been trying the swimming pool?
We don't want to swim. We want to play tennis.
Well, I always play on a Saturday morning. Anyway, we've already been starting the third match.
Oh well, it looks like we've got no choice, but we've booked. We've been booking for next Saturday, so you'll be unlucky then.
Exam practice. Reading and use of English, Part 7. You are going to read a magazine article about people who like clothes. For questions 1 to 10, choose from the people. The people may be chosen more than once. Which person thinks people don't give enough importance to one kind of clothing? Learned something after an experience with some clothing? Made a decision to buy something they had always wanted? Is happy with the social requirements of their job? Admits not giving importance to self-promotion? Chooses clothes so as not to draw attention to themselves? Did something out of character? Never expected to go into their present line of business? Mentions circumstances in which it is important to keep a sense of humor? No longer does something which they now consider foolish? Me and my clothes.
Paula, a clothes designer. When you're young, you can get away with cheap clothes, though I think I had expensive tastes even then. In fact, I've always spent a lot on clothes and I've always loved what they can do for you, but I never anticipated making money from them. At one point when I didn't have a job, my husband said, "Surely you must be able to make something." That was the kick I needed to get me started. I'm mad about swimsuits. Because I make my own clothes, I'm always thinking about changing a collar on something or changing a fabric, but because I don't make swimsuits, they're free from all that. I have several. People take one on holiday and think that's enough, yet they wouldn't dream of wearing the same trousers day after day. I don't understand that.
B. Lynn, a businessman. I've enjoyed motorbikes since I was 16. But for a long time I didn't own one. I rode my brother's instead. Then about 2 years ago I bought one. I thought, if I don't get one now, I never will. I always walked to work every morning until I got the motorbike, but now I ride there most days. I bought a leather jacket as a solution to the problem of needing to wear a suit to work and wanting to come and buy bike. It would be impossible to be changing all the time. When I was younger I rode a bike several times without a helmet. That was in parts of the United States where it wasn't compulsory, but it's madness. There's enough risk on a bike without adding more.
See, Marianne, a singer. When I was in a musical, I wore wonderful skirts made by a designer, but they were incredibly heavy. And during the first performance, I fell over twice on stage dancing in them. That hasn't happened to me again because I know now that you need much lighter clothes to dance in. A little while after that, I was singing at a friend's wedding, so I asked the same designer to make a really stunning dress for me. I've worn it just a few times since then to awards ceremonies, but I feel great in it. My career's never been structured. Perhaps it should have been, but I'm hopeless at pushing myself. I went to the United States when a film I was in, Enchanted April, was really big, but I never dreamed of hiring a publicist or anything. I suppose one measure of success was when I did my first TV advert, and I went into the sort of shop I'd always been scared to go into before and bought something without looking at the price. That just wasn't like me.
D. Tom, chief executive of a charity. I worked as a lawyer until I was in my 40s, but I've been director of a charity for 10 years now. I'm out 2 or 3 nights a week at dinners to raise money. It goes with a job like this, and it's fun too. I wear a suit and tie to most events. They're a kind of uniform, which is helpful because I'm not naturally a stylish dresser. I like to feel comfortable and fit in, and this way I'm not conscious of my appearance. If I was, I'd probably be horrendously shy. One of my big mistakes in my early days was to make a speech that was too serious. People said afterwards that it was very powerful, but that wasn't what I'd intended. If you're too serious in my kind of business, it puts people off.
Exam tip. There will be at least one answer for each text, so check again if you have one text with no answers in it. Grammar-focused task. Without looking back at the text, complete these extracts with the present perfect simple or the past simple form of the verbs in the box. 1. I've always spent a lot on clothes, but I never making money from them. 2. I motorbiked since I was 16, but for a long time I won. Then about 2 years ago I won. 3. I always to work every morning until the motorbike. but now I ride there most days. 4. During the first performance, I over twice on stage dancing in them. That, to me, again, 5. It just a few times since then. 6. As a lawyer until in my 40s, but director of a charity for 10 years now. Goodbye, everyone. Have a nice day.